day for an August. You'd like that?
What are you, fucking nuts?
You listen, you little bitch. You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish, understand?
I want you to pray to your God. I want you to pray that he comes and saves you.
Do I look like someone who cares what God thinks?
Welcome, fellow horror fans, to our little show titled What an Excellent Day for a Podcast. This is episode 3, and we want to thank all the listeners who are getting to know us and join us as we take a stroll down horror lane. Around the horn, we have my fellow horror nerds, Danny C., Joe T., David, and I am JC. Another year is in the books. 2022 felt like it sped faster than the tall man sphere working its way towards its next potential victim. With that said, 2022 was also a strong year for horror, and tonight we are going to discuss some of our favorites and least favorites from the past year. Then we want to touch on some of the upcoming horror movies we are all absolutely salivating to watch come 2023. So, my fellow horror fiends, once again, straight jacket yourselves in, and let's talk some damn horror.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, guys?
Getting ready for this new year.
Yeah. Holy shit, this year went by quick.
Absolutely. But there was no shortage of good horror, though.
Nah, there was a lot of good horror. We're going to get into a lot of that tonight.
I just heard somebody say the other day there was like 1,500 movies.
Wow.
Like horror movies this year.
Wow.
And here I thought I put a good dent in things compared to previous years, and nah.
Well, I'm hoping for 2023 I put a better dent than what I did for 2022. But there's a good top 5 here that I'm sure will be on your guys' list as well. So how's everyone doing tonight?
Great.
Doing well.
I can't wait to get into this.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
A lot of good stuff. A lot of not so much.
Yeah.
Can I get an hour and a half, 2 hours of my life back in some of these moments? But some things I watched multiple times already and enjoyed. So
Okay. Well, Danny C., why don't you kick us off?
All right. Well,
Why don't we just dive right into this?
What did you enjoy this year?
I mean, for me, you know, I'm a fan of a couple different movies. I really enjoyed Barbarian. I don't know what your take was on it, but
Love it.
it was different. It was unique. I really enjoyed it and thought it was fun, and just every aspect of, you know, Justin Long. You know, in that. If you watch Barbarian, obviously there's his house. You know, spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
Chances are we're going to spoil the shit out of a lot of this.
Exactly.
So if you hear a movie title come up and you haven't seen it and plan on it, then you might want to skip ahead a little.
Yeah, apologize, all horror fans. I should have noted that at the start there. So yeah, we're gonna spoil some shit here.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. But Barbarian, yeah.
It was fun. You know, just having the whole aspect of, you know, having this house that they get invited to. You know, they book a Airbnb. You know, and they go in there, and then somebody else is in there. It's like, some weird shit's going on. I think this is a creepy guy. You know, ends up being
fucking Pennywise.
You know, this flappy titties in the basement of this monster and smashing, you know, the dude's head in, and now it's like, what the fuck is going on? And they go down a different avenue and they kind of go back to history, which is cool. I like that. You know, what was going on 40 years ago, and
a movie that you really better off going into it knowing absolutely fucking nothing about it.
Yeah.
Right? Because it was like one movie, and then I'm watching it, and it completely made a left turn. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I spent the first half of the movie like, okay, now he's going to rape her. All right, this is the part where he rapes her.
Yeah.
Okay, right now. All right, take it out. This is where it's going to happen. And that had nothing to do. And I really liked, though, because you had that sense, like, at what point is he going to flip and fuck her up in some way?
Yeah.
And honestly,
and that
the
had
trailer...
nothing to do with it.
okay. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, the trailer, to me, it didn't give much away. The only thing that caught me, like, them showing Justin Long in the basement was the only thing I would say they could have kept out of the trailer. But to me, I went in seeing the trailer multiple times, and it set me up to think that he was going to do something to her. And then when she's going down there, she's looking for him, and then it just takes a sharp turn. And he gets his head bashed in. And then to make it even sweeter, they just go right to Justin Long in California, driving.
Right?
And it's like, what in the world is going on? But it was perfect. I loved it.
And it was kind of cool that, like, by the time he did show up in the movie, like, you kind of forgot he was supposed to be in it. Like, it was like terrible things happening, and then, hey, I swear I never touched that girl.
So he gets sucked into going back to this house that he owned property on. You know, he's having a rough time in the Hollywood business.
Got a big lawsuit coming up.
You know, for sexual allegations with another female. And his life's on the downside, and he goes back to the house, and he gets caught into the trap that the girl in the beginning of the movie got caught into. And they got this monster down there, and he's trapped, and I think it's classic. She's feeding him like the bottle, and it's got
it's got all fucking hair.
It's got all hair around the nipple, and
like,
she's like, take it.
Oh, man.
And just it's just funny, and they're trying to get out of it, and there's the guy that started it all, you know, in the house, you know, from back 40 years ago, and it had this, you know, this weird obsession with, you know, taking these young women and raping them and keeping them down there,
And then inbreeding.
and it was just the bed, the camera, and the raunchy room, and Justin Long's like, oh, there's real estate here. You know how much space is here, and how much I can
With
measuring that
5
shit
minutes
with
of him walking around with a tape measure.
That was amazing.
That was hilarious.
I need
It's
money
like-
to get out of my fucking situation.
And then it comes to the end of the movie where you think they're out of it, and they got away from this beast that's down there, and they're running away, and they go up on this water tower, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they go up on this water tower, and he pushes her off, and I'm like, he
that
pushes
was
the
a dick
girl.
move.
It was a dick move, but I'm thinking, she's not the barbarian. He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I just was like,
He was the villain the
He
whole
was the
time.
villain the whole time.
He was. That was the
And
cool
he even
part
had
about
that brief moment of self-awareness, like, am I a bad person, or am I, like, a good person that just happened to do a bad thing?
Or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
oh, multiple.
Yeah.
Well, at
multiple
that point,
times
I
he
guess
fucked
it was-
her. You know what? I'm just going to get away. You can figure it out. Like, so to me, I really liked it. It really was different spin. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Barbarian for me was probably my second favorite of this year. Now let me throw this at you guys too. So watching that movie, for our listeners, if they remember our first episode when we talked about our top 5, right? Wreck. So watching that movie, and I know you guys, I don't think you guys saw it yet,
You
but
know what?
the original
That-
Wreck, right? It reminded
That was the same character.
reminded me, right? The flappy titties, they're just all it just.
And in both cases, wasn't it a guy playing?
Exactly. So I got a lot of Wreck vibes. I also got a lot of Mama vibes from this, right? Because if you ever saw Mama from the what's the director who did it? Well, he did Mama.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he did Mama anyway. But it kind of had that whole like sympathetic. All I want is a child. I'm evil, but I'm actually just want to raise a kid and here suck my boobie and, my hairy nipple here and everything will be fine.
Yeah, and that's all she wanted in this.
Yeah, so it's like when I'm watching this movie, I immediately went to Andy Muschietti. Yeah, thank you, Danny. I immediately went to Wreck for the creature, and I went to Mama for kind of how the creature acted. Right,
Yeah.
but again, I agree. Excellent movie. Excellent movie. Surprise hit.
The only thing, when the ending happened, and right before the credits started rolling, I expected another creature or villain to appear. Because when you go down, you see how many tapes and how many women he had harassed or raped, and you expect it's going to be the common horror, cliche of, oh, here comes another one, and it leads to a sequel. And when it didn't, I actually appreciated the movie more. That this can just be a standalone movie.
Absolutely.
And to me, I will definitely rewatch this movie multiple times, and it'll go down as one of the best ones for sure of 2022.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely has a rewatchable aspect to it. Yeah, way to kick us off there, Danny. Barbarian, man. That was a classic.
I think we should go right into another movie that came out right around the same time, and it was like the opposite feeling, which was Smile. And it was a movie that I was looking forward to so much. And when I finally saw it, I left the theater so disappointed. It showed way too much in the trailer.
Which I fucking hate.
And it just missed on so many different things. Like, one of the best scenes in the movie is when the sister comes out and the head falls. And they show that, they give that away in the trailer. And if you did not know that was coming, that would have been incredible, because then the camera pans, you see the view looking into the car, and you realize she was just thinking that. But obviously, like,
the jump scare of it was already given away.
Yeah, it was totally ruined.
You were already prepped.
Yeah, and I don't know why movies do that. I mean, you look back at the 70s and the 80s trailers, man. You had one guy narrating the trailer, right, and they never showed you shit. Why nowadays they gotta force feed all this shit for 2 minutes and ruin every fucking movie?
What was the movie like Lights Out, and they kept on showing it where she shut the light off and then turned it back on, and then turned the light off, turned it back on?
Well, that was just a viral video that they're like, here's some money, go turn that into 2 hours.
Yeah, and it was just like,
And
okay,
you
that
didn't
was
have to.
it. Like, you could have just left that for the movie, and that would have been like cool. Like, you didn't have to show that part. Like, that was different.
Well, like I
you
said,
just gave it
originally it was just a short video.
away.
Right. But you didn't need beyond that. Like, that was an effective segment right there. So the fact that anybody was just like, oh, yeah, we'll capitalize on that and, like, make a full feature out of it, it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Because, all right, I don't need a backstory on this effective jump scare.
No,
Like,
they just tried to do it the whole time.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Joe, you're saying Smile was your favorite then?
Yeah, there was actually the promotion that they did right before the movie came out, where they had some of the actors and actresses in baseball
Man, had 'em
stadiums.
at the Met game.
Behind home plate.
That was
Fucking
incredible.
classic.
And that's the thing. Like, you literally could have just had the trailer have her smiling, because that was creepy enough.
Yeah.
And they just, like, they had some good things, and then the execution, they just fumbled it completely.
It had a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, that opening scene was, like, the best part of the whole movie.
Oh, right, where she just takes it, was it a piece of glass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like you, or at least I believed that actress, she seemed tormented
Yeah.
in there. Like, I thought it was one of the best acted scenes of the whole movie as well.
So I am a Met fan, and those fuckers they were jinxes. Every time those fuckers were smiling in the stands there, the Mets would fucking lose. I'm
So
like,
that's
get
why they lost.
So
the
that's
division.
that's why
the reason they
JC,
choked. I blame fucking Smile. That's why I hate the movie.
Your Mets suck, John.
Hey,
How much money they spend to lose a wild card
let's
series?
turn this into a sports podcast now. Let's go.
The horror was the way
Yeah.
the Mets finished that season.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I agree, Joe. Smile had a lot of potential there.
And then as the movie went on, I kind of just got bored, to be honest. And then, I don't know. It was just terrible execution.
Yeah.
So how about you, Dave? Anything you want to talk about as far as?
I mean, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. I've already mentioned it a bunch of times, even though it's not a full horror movie. But that movie Fall, I thought that was really good. But
I've yet to see that. And
let me
I
go over my
definitely wanna
notes
see that.
here, and yeah, it's from the people who did, was it 47 meters down?
I have a fear of heights, though, and I heard that if you have a fear of heights, that movie's going to fuck you up.
I've seen it. It was either 2 or 3 times, and yeah, especially when they do you'll have dialogue going on, and then you just get that drone shot, and then as they like kind of circle the tower,
yeah.
as they're like zooming in, and I'm like grabbing onto the sofa. Like, I was like having a
Yeah,
like,
I
attack.
absolutely loved that movie. I saw it in the theater.
I think I would have died,
Yeah.
especially if it was in 3D.
There were 2 big nitpicks of mine. One was the beginning, how the friend cheated with the other girl's boyfriend. Like, that was so obvious that was going to come into play
Yeah.
later on. And we're going to spoil something. But when the 2 of them are up on top and
That one scene when they're up top.
Yeah. Well, when you find out that not everything we saw exactly happened, that kind of ruined it for me.
Things you thought happened didn't happen. No, I like that.
That was unnecessary, but it didn't take away. I still enjoyed the movie big time.
Didn't they do that at like 47 meters down, right? At the end with the shark, right? You think it's gonna? Okay, okay, I got you. Same director, I got you.
It's like I said, even upon rewatches, it was just as effective for me. And you know what? It was Jeffrey Dean Morgan really hit you in the feels a little bit on that one as well. Like, he plays the dad of the one girl, and he's only in the movie for like 5 minutes, but when he's up there, especially as a parent, it's just like, man, I feel you. But yeah, for starters, I guess we'll go with that one.
JC?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go right to the top of the list here for me, right? And I'm gonna talk about who I think right now is probably becoming one of the most iconic slashers out there, and that's my buddy Art the fucking Clown.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna go to Terrifier 2.
Yes.
Which I thought just, again, I know Terrifier has probably one of the best death scenes, sawing the woman in half.
I still think it's better than the bedroom scene.
Yeah, it's but that one the bedroom scene gave it a run for its money. And
it was a phenomenal scene, but I don't know, there was something about the hacksaw that.
But for me, I mean, Terrifier 2 just definitely just far and away just, I wouldn't say it was better than the first one, but it was just bigger, louder.
Some more funding to it.
Yeah, more funding, more blood, more gore. I mean, when you think about this movie, I almost think about it like, with the whole Paranormal Activity, right? When Paranormal Activity came out, it was a couple of theaters here, right? And then word of mouth, right? And it grew to become the monstrosity. Think about the fact that this Terrifier 2 movie was unfucking rated. You don't get movies that get like, eventually it became like a wide release movie, right? Because it was doing so well, it just
and originally it was either one night or one weekend.
Yeah. It was one night.
And this thing was just like the bloodiest thing ever that you will see on the screen, and it made buku money for what it was made for.
From what I heard, it was like the first movie. That was the movie that finally took Maverick off the top of the charts.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that was out 6 months at that point. But still, that was the first one to take it down. Kind of like Friday the 13th Part 3 was the first movie to dethrone E.T.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's not something that came out this year, but it is something I learned this year, so
yeah,
it's topical.
You don't think that the second one could be better? Like, as far as gore, it's just like, okay, we took it to another level.
Yeah.
I mean,
anybody who asks me about it, they're like, well, how was it? And, well, back further, at this point, anybody who's wanted to see it, I feel like has, but they're like, how was it? And I'm like, did you like the first one? Yes. All right, well, it's more.
Yeah.
Or and the other way, too. Like, if they say they didn't like it, it's just like, all right, well, it's take every aspect of the first movie and it's more of that. So if you didn't like it, you're going to hate this. If you like the first one, you're going to love this.
Yeah. And then they introduce Art's little fucking imaginary. I guess it was imaginary, right?
Yes,
the little girl
imaginary
that
girl.
shits on the floor.
But at least it was in a laundromat, so they had cleaning products.
When I first, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I felt like they were trying to... well, not imply, but it seemed like they were hinting at this was kind of like, not a personification, but it was just this physical representation of whatever entity is giving Art this supernatural whatever.
So he is supernatural now. I mean, he got shot in the fucking head. I mean, and he
they established in the last 30 seconds of the first movie.
So
like,
he's kind of like, Jason Voorhees in Part 6 now, right?
Yeah.
And they picked up right. I love the transition they made from the first movie right into the second, and they tell a story like this is a year later.
Yeah.
And it picks right up. Now it makes sense from how the first one ended.
This one started essentially at the same spot the first one started.
And it was like, okay, I'm digging this. Like, this is cool.
Yeah.
The whole when the girl, Sienna's daydreaming, right? And she's the Art Krispies, right?
Yeah,
the
like
kids
classic
eating the cereal with the razor blades in it.
So many people I've heard say that like
And the clown
ruined
song.
the movie. Like that whole segment. Yeah, it did go on forever, but again, the more I watch it, I just like it's
It
one
was
of
telling
my
a story, though.
it's one of my favorite
I
songs.
mean, look, I know, I can't get that song out of my fucking head. And then he's got his bag of tricks, he's pulling out guns, he's shooting. His heart is just
and I know part of the
His
reason
mannerisms, after he's done something, he's like,
yeah, classic.
And I don't know if it was the reason for the scene itself, or maybe it had something to do with the length of it, but apparently almost everybody in that scene were contributors
funding
to the movie. Yeah,
Funding
they
the
were.
movie.
That was like one of the perks of dumping a ton of money in there.
To me, I just watched it for a second time last week. Okay, I watched it again. I appreciate it more. I don't. It's just, to me, it's not as good as the first. The first had a different feel. It was awesome. I just love that feel of that movie. This brings in a family aspect. I'll tell them a little bit more of a story, and it's a little bit longer. It's about a little two
it's
two
over
hours,
2 hours.
over
Yeah.
2 hours long.
It's like 2:20ish.
But
It doesn't feel
it doesn't
that
feel
long,
like
though.
that.
Yeah.
It did the first time. When I walked out of the theater, I did like it, but I'm like, yeah, that did feel kind of long. And anytime I rewatched it, I was like, it maybe because you knew what was happening, it felt like it flowed better.
We need to talk about this bedroom scene where Sienna's friend
Oh.
that pissed him off earlier in the film, and he comes to the house
Well,
as a
that's
trick-or-treater
bullshit.
freaking
It's
her
not.
out.
Why is it with Christmas anybody could have the Christmas spirit, but with Halloween, oh, you're too old for that? No, if somebody's still in the spirit of it, give him a piece of fucking candy. I fully agree with what he did to her.
Right.
In fact, I think he went too easy on her.
But the best part was
Fucking
when we
cheap
originally
bitch.
had a conversation a few months ago, and Joe was like, "Dude, I'm not going to ruin this, but there's one scene and it's fucked up." And then I'm like, when I saw this scene happen, I'm like, "Yep, this is it. He literally destroys this girl, breaks her arm, cuts her face, rips it in half, her hand, and then." She's all her wounds are open. He goes out of the room, comes back in.
You get that split second where you think like, oh, he's just going to let her
done.
suffer
Yeah,
and
he's
die.
just going to let her suffer. No. The motherfucker
He forgot his toolbox.
goes and gets salt and
container of
bleach
salt.
For his
and a
own
gallon
fucking
of-
amusement.
for his own amusement, and he's dumping. I'm like, no, did this motherfucker go get salt? How funny and hilarious, and how cruel that is. And then the mother comes home looking for the daughter, and after she's already snapped off her arm too. Like, she's in bed, she's got no face, and she comes in looking for her daughter, and he's got her prepped up on the bed, and she's like trying to like maybe wink or nod or do something.
She's like barely twitching,
She's
and all of a sudden
barely
you get
twitching.
that. You figured it's just like a death rattle or something coming out of her, and
Imagine
then all of a
seeing
sudden,
that.
it's like, whoa, she's still going.
And then the best part is that he goes apeshit on the mother. And then the kids come to the door and ring the doorbell, and he's got her head carved out with the fucking candy in
Made
it.
it a little sort of
And
jack-o'-lantern.
it's like, and he's handing out candy with the head.
and the kid's like, oh, it's all sticky,
sticky,
gross. And the mom's
gross.
like, it's just corn syrup. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
And I was just like,
Not making the connection like, all right, we have no idea who this person is, and that head does kind of resemble the resident of this home.
it was, to me, Joe, you hit it on the head. It was an iconic, fucked up scene.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and not just that. When the couple's hooking up in the car, and he
Just
goes
the
out to
tip.
take a piss, and he's wearing the shirt, just the tip, from the party, and he fucking cuts the dude's dick out.
No, he massacres his dick.
He massacred
Then takes it off.
the dude's dick, and she's still in the car, and he slams it against the window. Just the tip.
The only thing I didn't like about that is like him ripping off like Goodwill Hunting and all. How he just like took the tip there and smacked it on the window. Like, how do you like them apples? I got his pecker. How do you like them apples?
Those kills, to me, and that movie, and the way that it went about it, I don't mean to rain on your parade,
No,
JC,
absolutely.
but it was up there. It's very enjoyable, but go ahead. You can hit up on it.
I loved it. I loved the scene too with when he was fucking with the girl at the Halloween store. He's got the daisy.
Oh yeah.
Just her sunglasses.
Yeah, testing out sunglasses and all.
So again,
And that damn
for
cashier
me,
is just kind of like, sir, you can't be doing it. Let him have his fun. Like, he deserved it too. Just like this one's being cheap on the candy. This guy's trying to enjoy what you have. He's testing out. He wants to see what classes he looks best in.
I hope we get more, and I think we will. I think Art the Clown right now is probably.
From what I heard, I think they said he's got like another, definitely one more, possibly two more, like roughly outlined.
Yeah. So again, I just love everything about the Terrifier movies. I mean, to the point where, like I said, in a week and a half, I will have Art the Clown permanently tattooed on my left forearm.
Which one are you going with? The first one, or
I'm
the
going
second
with the initial, the movie, the movie poster for the first one.
Okay.
So, and I think it was the smile. Remember when he was in the pizzeria and he's got that? The girls are looking, so he's got that smile. So, I didn't know. You guys told me add some blood,
For sure.
and I'm not going to do the letters into shit. As much as you want me to, David, I can't.
Your body, your
myself,
choice.
I can't bring myself to have letters written in shit on my arm as much as it connects.
It's just
to the first one.
I was going to say, it's just that if you know, you know.
You know, you know.
If someone's got a problem with it, well, then obviously they're not worthy to be in your life because they don't appreciate good art.
I just wish that, art spoke. Because I'd love to caption the tattoo with something, but I don't know what to do that with because he does. So
Maybe you should put the horn in there, too.
I thought the WWAD question mark.
Okay.
What would Art do?
In shit?
And shit. With some corn.
He's gonna be at the horror convention
He is.
coming up in March.
Yes, yeah.
In Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
They got the whole gang this time.
The whole gang.
Yeah. Oh, really? The rest of them are going to be there too? So-
Didn't you
so-
say it was going to be like
girl?
David, Damien, the brother and sister, and then
wow.
the little demon girl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
I thought that's what you
Yep.
said.
We
I
are-
haven't
So
looked it
far,
up
that's
yet.
what
So
they've
far.
announced.
We are
Yeah.
absolutely going.
Yeah.
We're
So
absolutely going.
Art the
So,
Clown will be in costume for one of those days.
Yeah.
And he's quickly becoming.
He's iconic.
Yeah.
He's iconic.
He's on that list
And
in
for-
a very short time.
Yeah. For me, just Terrifier 2 was probably the best movie.
And-
I could watch it over and over again and not get tired of it.
And it didn't hit me until like the past year that you ever see those memes or like once in a while somebody will like post online about they'll give you a list of all the big especially like the slasher villains and you have to choose one to be killed by. You know what? Art is the first time where it was like you give me any list and if he's included in it, I do not want to be killed by him because the rest of them, like Freddy, you'll get some psychological torture before he takes you out. Like, he'll fuck with you some. But most of them is just a quick, brutal killing.
Yeah.
Art tortures you forever.
And enjoys
Makes
every
you
fucking
suffer.
moment.
And if you're lucky, you die at the end.
Yeah.
Saws your tits off, places it on himself, and then walks around
That was
naked.
classic, man. Classic.
Oh, you would love the first August
Kudos
Underground.
to Terrifier, man. Great flick.
Damien, call us.
Yeah. Lots of props.
Okay.
Back to Danny.
All right, I gotta go to a stinker here, and I think we need to talk about this now, get this over and done with, because this was the end of a new part trilogy to the Halloween series.
Know where you're going here.
Actually, I thought you were going somewhere else, so go ahead.
Yeah, well, there could be more,
Oh, I know.
but Halloween ends for me.
What the fuck?
They should have wrote that title and shit. Just like
Just like
I mean, what?
I gotta
What
start off
happened
with
in that fucking
this-
movie?
this-
Go
Joe,
ahead,
Joe, I
Take-
want to hear it.
Take
I gotta
this
hear
away,
this.
man.
Like,
Take this
first
away.
off, I didn't agree with bringing Laurie back after she was killed in Resurrection. But then I gave 2018 a chance, and it was a phenomenal movie, to
Great
be honest.
movie. First one
and
was
I
really good.
would have loved, knowing that we saw these next two movies, if he would have just died in the fire. But in Kills, when you have a whole hospital full of people that think a 4-foot person is Michael Myers, and then you come to Halloween Ends, And some kid can just steal Michael Myers' mask. Like, he's over the hill. And then this kid, who we never met before, is supposed to be the main part of this movie. And then with like 10, 15 minutes left, let's have the final battle. And it was terrible. I wanted to see it so bad. And when you're going to end the franchise, you're going to hype it up that this is the final one. It was absolutely terrible. It is the worst movie of the year, in my opinion.
Is it the Rise of Skywalker of the
agree.
Halloween saga?
I would agree. You don't even see Michael until fucking what? Like an hour into it? He's hiding down in the fucking tunnel.
There's not even a kill. You didn't even know what type of movie it was because it's like, hey, wait a minute, is this a Michael Myers movie?
Yeah, like the babysitter accidentally kills this kid, and we're supposed to think he's on the same level as one of the goats in horror history.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, it was awful. I can't say many other words other than it sucked. It was shit.
A Blumhouse production.
Oh, God. Yeah, and listen, I'm right there with you, man. The worst part about this is that, again, if for our listeners, if you listen to the first episode, you know that I am a huge, diehard Exorcist fan. These motherfuckers are going to do the Exorcist trilogy, and they're going to
I just heard that he was directing it.
Do not touch that movie. They better not fuck that thing up because they literally fucked up the Halloween trilogy here.
I could not understand. Like, when I saw the way Halloween Kills ends, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, the more kills he gets, the more powerful he gets, and then he just starts taking out, all the main characters. And I'm like, okay. So I have to sit through this because I'm a huge Michael Myers fan.
Sure.
I got a tattoo on.
Absolutely.
So I'm at this point where I'm like, okay, now I'm hearing about it, and then I'm like, okay, now I gotta watch it. It can't be that bad, right? And the way, this kid we get introduced to, Laurie Strode, she can see in his eyes, that's a Michael Myers look, just by looking at his eyes. And I was like, are you kidding me? And first of all, she's bunkered down in the first two movies where she can't be found and seen, and she's got a gun with her 20. Oh, now she's just all of a suddenly, 4 years later, whatever it is, 4 or 5 years later, and her granddaughter's growing up. Oh, there's not a worry to care for. She's living, in the suburbs, and everything is great. This is the monster, and she's writing about him. All of a sudden, he falls over. He's getting bullied, and Michael takes him in. He pulls him under, and you got this homeless dude out there, and he doesn't get bothered with. So
I'm Michael Myers.
So now Michael's taking in these people. He's going to take people into the like. That's Michael Myers. Like, I was so pissed off when I watched the first 5 minutes of Halloween Kills, watching the first 5 minutes of it, because I was like, oh, so Michael Myers just surrenders out of nowhere in the first one in 2021 in Halloween Kills. And then this is not how Michael Myers acts through any of the previous movies.
Exactly.
So he's gonna fucking terrorize and rip to shit anybody he can that's gonna get in his way. And now he's got a tag team partner with this kid, and it's like Miyagi, he's gonna teach him the way.
He can destroy 20 firemen at once. Can't beat a 17-year-old kid.
And the kid beats him up. The kid beats him up for the mask.
Like a bully. He was like a bully.
But he's like 60-something years old. This kid's in his prime.
Well, when he was 59, he whooped the whole town. But I guess once he hit that 60 plateau, that was it.
He was
Then he would have been 53, because then they say it was like 7 years past between kills and this.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. And in fact, I'm watching this, and I think I was texting you guys like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? And I can't say enough bad things about it because I was so, I was a little upset that I had to spend 2 hours watching this movie, and this is an iconic character, and the ending, they got self-satisfaction by putting him in a grinder. They're passing him like down, like he's going to be blessed, Like
the character. Of
Throw me around the mosh pit.
Right.
Like it's iconic. The character Michael Myers, the franchise, and because Halloween Kills wasn't good, and it missed on a lot of things. But even with Halloween Ends coming out, everyone was still hyped for it. All the true fans were hyped for it. We didn't care about what came before it, and it just completely missed, and it was worse than Halloween Kills. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely
Like-
worse. Absolutely worse. And there's so much potential. Like I said, Halloween 2018, I enjoyed.
I did too.
I
liked
really
it.
enjoyed. I was like, okay, this is. You got the OGs from the original, right? Everybody. I mean, I again, overthinking shit. Too many fucking hands involved, right? Too many writers, too many people trying to put their fucking ideas, and it was just a mishmash pile of shit.
Well, JC, give us something good to talk about,
All right.
or bad. It's up to you.
I mean, let's talk about another movie that I really enjoy. Let's talk about X,
yes.
Oh, I loved it.
right? So X
Ty
is
West?
just Ty West, man. I mean, Ty West. I love Ty West. I love his all. I mean, the Innkeepers, House of the Devil, the Sacrament. I mean, Ty West is just he just came onto the scene. He makes these slow burn horror movies, which I appreciate.
And does them well.
And does them very well, right? I mean, if you've seen, did everybody see House of the Devil here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, House of the Devil is just a fantastic movie. The time, it just felt like it was from the 80s. It was just, it was a slow burn. But X I thought was fantastic. X was just kind of, it was almost kind of two movies rolled up in one. I was pleasantly surprised that, this is a trilogy as well. And if you stay till, through the credits, you get a snapshot of Pearl, right? And I love the fact that they're
Prequel.
the prequel, that they're going to go back to the history of how she came to be. And again, here was, a group of kids that, well, not kids, young adults that want to be, stars. And, this was in the age of the Debbie Does Dallas, right? The porn scene in the 70s just coming up, video just taking off, right? It was all the rage, right? So they want to make the best porn movie that they can with a story, if you can possibly do that.
I mean, even though X was good, but what they were making, it was no Jack Horner production.
No. And again, Jenny Ortega, right, from Scream was in it. She played a good role, but just to have the again, spoilers, right? Shut it off if you haven't seen these movies, but just to have the villains be these two old individuals, right? That they have no clue that these people are there. They're renting out a barn. They don't know that they're there, and the lady, all she wants is just some fucking love, right? She just, she wants to be loved again.
We've already cursed in this. She wants some dick.
Exactly.
She don't want love. She wants to get
and when
fucked.
the youngin will give it to her, I'm gonna slash you up. I'm gonna dance over your fucking body,
Yes.
right? But I just loved it, and it probably had for me one of the bigger jump scares for me
The Jenny Ortega.
with Jenny Ortega, right?
Yes.
At the end, like fucking just getting shotgun blown, right? As soon as she runs through the door, I was not expecting that. But I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it, and I have yet to see Pearl, so I'm hoping to watch it this weekend. But
It had some pretty cool clips of that movie. Remember Mia Goth? She's in the lake, right? And she's
with the alligator.
with the alligator.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And it's swimming, and she's just like chilling, has no idea.
And it didn't quite the alligator. You knew as soon as they showed it, like, all right, this is going to be interesting. I don't feel like they applied it the way I expected. Like they put that thing to good use, but it was like I thought it was going to be effective in this way, and it was a little different from that. So I kind of appreciate
They
that.
set you up,
Yeah.
right? They set you up for the following scene that was to come, where she gets.
Yeah, like this is my top horror movie of the year for many different reasons. I absolutely loved it. The way it was filmed. I didn't.
Grainy, right? It had
Yeah,
that grainy
it had that
70s
70s
vibe to
feel.
it.
Jenny Ortega, I expected to be the final girl, and when she just got blown to smithereens, it was amazing. I actually did I don't normally like when they start a movie almost at the end, and then they kind of go back and retrace
right,
the
yeah.
steps.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot about the body that was literally outside the front door until it happened. There was so many, Mia Goth has quickly become, a great horror, not just final girl, but great in horror. I won't say too much about Pearl. It was very slow. but there's scenes in there where a monologue and just herself, and just that's all you need. Like, she gets it. She helped Ty West write the movie. They did it during the pandemic. Like, X, I went into it not knowing much about it, and it blew me away. I thought it was phenomenal. I'd give it probably a 9 out of 10, and I'm looking forward to Maxine. To me, that was, the best one by far of the year.
Yeah, and again, I haven't seen Pearl yet, but like I said, I'm super involved in this character, right? So even if it's a slow burn and there's not a lot to, I just want to see, what made her become what she is in X, right? So
There was two things. Like, I didn't realize Mia Goth was Pearl until the credits, honestly. When the credits came up, that's when I noticed it, and I was like, wait a minute.
Because Mia Goth is like, not a big girl, but like she's tall. Like I didn't understand, like, how is this little, maybe just the way they shot it with the camera to make her look very frail and smaller. But yeah,
they did a great job.
They did a great job.
I love the kills. They were all great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them.
Yeah. Little zombie action, right? Little nod to Lucio Fulci with the eyeball horror.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about that before, but I just the movie overall, I'm there with you. I think I give it like an 8.5.
Yeah.
Out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I watched it twice so far. I saw it in the theaters. I jumped at the same scene you talked about, so I love that overall. I love the story, the preacher talking about, and the whole movie, and you're like, okay, something's got to catch, and it made sense. Now, and they showed a picture of Mia Goth at the end, and it was her the whole entire time.
Yeah, that was a cool little throw in. My wife actually watched X with me, so my wife, who hates horror, watched that movie. So I'm hoping to get her to watch Pearl with me. Let's
the one downside I didn't like about Pearl was, in order to, because obviously they filmed them back to back, and Mia Goth played both characters, so they had to go back almost 60 years just so she's playing her current age, basically. And I felt like that kind of forced their hand a little bit in the way, because in my opinion, you don't learn too much of her backstory. You learn enough, but there's still a lot of years that go by to get them
to get to where she is.
You learn enough, you get it, but that's where I feel like it didn't check all the boxes that X did. So I'd give Pearl maybe 6.5 to 7, but it was still very solid compared to dog shit like Halloween Ends.
Maybe in 25 years, Ty West will do Pearl 2, and Mia Goth will be a little bit older.
Yeah,
and
there you go. Every 10 years, they'll have another one.
But
next time it'll be Pearl Necklace.
But for me, again, X, classic movie, great movie.
All right, so to me, I'm gonna go with a movie that I didn't really know much about. I went into it because of Pete Davidson, actually. But when you go to watch a horror movie where the biggest name on the cast is Pete Davidson, normally doesn't turn out well, and it was Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. And it actually wasn't a terrible movie. It had good build-up, and it just completely missed at the end. Because they all start dying one by one, and then eventually you find out that, it was a TikTok video gone wrong, and Pete Davidson accidentally killed himself, and then everyone started killing each other because they thought they were the killer. And it was a total whiff, and it made the movie suck so bad. Like, but hey, I mean, it came out in 2022. They utilized TikTok and Pete Davidson. So,
see, I just recently heard enough about it that I decided I was going to watch it. Now hearing that Pete Davidson is the biggest name in that, I'm going to have to go back to the coin toss.
And that's why I'm glad that we can spend no more time talking about Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. And Dave, give us another one to talk about, please.
All right, well, since it came up at dinner, and I believe a few times over the past couple weeks, Sissy. Anyone?
I have not seen Sissy.
Yeah, I sat through that catastrophe.
All right, so we'll just keep it amongst ourselves. But yeah, that was I'm sure I mentioned before, like for my other show, I was gonna do the 31 of October, so I was just trying to cram, like, just scrolling through. All right, that's this year. Boom, I'll watch it. And the synopsis it got enough of my interest. I'm like, all right, well, I know where this is gonna go and all. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Like, there was part of me, especially like in the first 5-10 minutes, I really thought I was gonna hate it because they got like. I just felt like they were getting like a little too preachy. Like they were really pushing. Like there's a scene like towards the beginning. So they're doing this bachelorette party, and they run a cabin. And once they get all set up, you got like I think he was a gay guy, and like one of the girls there and all. And they're looking at a picture on the wall, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he looks like something." And they're like, "Did you just assume his gender? Like not ironically?" And I'm like. Is this going to be? And the bachelorette party, it's a lesbian couple that's getting married. So, and you know, the whole thing is like, you know, everybody's dressed in rainbows. It just felt like right out of the gate it was going to be like super preachy. But once you got past like halfway through the first act, it just went more in the story. Like I said, I don't have a problem with any of that stuff being in there, but it felt like it was really going to shove it down your throat. And no, it was just a hard establishment of what the characters were. And then after that, I just felt it went more into... I mean, it's about this girl... What was it? Cecilia? Was her actual name?
Yeah, Cecilia.
And she's a YouTuber, and she does all that, like, self-help, like, meditation and all that. And... she bumps into her former best friend from that they haven't seen each other in like 20 years. They bump into each other in like a grocery store. She's like, "Oh my God, how you been?" And you know, you kind of get the sense they had somewhat of a falling out. But she's like, you know, "Oh, I'm getting married, and I'd really like you to come to, you know, my party." And she's like, "Yeah, I guess so." And then but then you find out like part of the reason of their falling out was, and it's early on, so it's not like a big major twist, but basically Sissy, which was her nickname throughout school, was getting bullied by this one girl. She ended up becoming besties with Sissy's former bestie and all, so that's kind of like why they parted ways and all. But it's just like going through the whole thing, and then, you know, they give you a few shots here and there of like what they went through with the bullying and all. And I mean, it's a movie about a YouTuber, and they really kind of like rub that in, like, "Oh, and you fancy influencer," and like a lot of that. Like there was so much about it. I thought I was going to hate it, and I actually really liked it. And just like the twist, like, you know, one, you know, there's a scene, there's a point where yes, killing begins. There's people killing people, and the way they like just twisted it around how certain things are gotten away with and all. I just thought it was like pretty clever. It wasn't like, I almost thought they were going to push more on like a lighthearted comedic angle to it, but they really didn't. You know, they had some wisecracks and all, but I don't feel like they were going hard on playing for laughs. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I think it was based in Australia or filmed in Australia.
Yeah.
It was an Australian horror movie. There was one thing I liked. It kind of dealt with social anxiety, I
Yes.
guess, of what a influencer would deal with. Because obviously she was bullied when she was younger, and then once she became popular, that was kind of her audience, her friends. She didn't really have any friends outside of that. And then when she bumped into her old childhood friend, she could tell things were different. And the one thing I didn't really like was the one girl that kind of bullied her. Wanted to try to cancel her almost. So then they got into a little scuffle, and she banged the one girl's head with like a big ass brick or concrete rock, whatever it was.
Yeah, when they were
And
hanging
then
out at the creek.
you assume she died, and then I guess only got a concussion, because what ruined the movie for me was near the end, Sissy was starting to torment her former best friend, and then this girl, you know, Rockhead, comes in.
And she's out of it.
Yeah, she's out of it. She's blurry and ends up killing.
See, I kind of like that though.
And I did like the overness of gore when she's just sitting there smashing her face in, and then all of a sudden a cop comes and just shoots this girl, and Sissy's just like laying down, like kind of filming stuff, and basically,
She tried to kill me.
yeah, to me,
I thought that was kind of clever.
it was okay. It was an okay movie, but the only problem is it had like 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it was considered one of the best horror movies of the year. And to me, it doesn't even come close.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Like,
I
it
just
was
had a
okay.
lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
Like for just straight up enjoyment, I'd probably give it a good 7.
like if they want to say they were better than Halloween Ends, I'll give them that.
That's not hard. Well, I haven't seen it yet.
So you're saying Sissy's better than Corey?
It was alright.
Sounds like so. Let me ask you guys. Did you guys see? And I haven't seen it yet, but I do want to see it still. Big fan of Rob Savage, Host, right? So he did Host. Remember that kind of COVID type, Zoom type supernatural movie? It was like an hour long. Dash Cam. Did you see Dash Cam?
I'm gonna have to watch it again because when I did see it, it sounded already pretty divisive. Like, again, it was a matter of people either loved it or hated it.
Yeah, you had that YouTuber that.
And I was very in the middle. Like, I like the idea of it. I'm just not sure what I feel about the execution.
Gotcha. All right. Say no more. I definitely want to check it out because, like I said, I'm a big fan of Rob was it Rob? Is it Rob Savage? What's his name?
I forget.
Director. But he did Host, and I absolutely loved fucking Host. I thought that was fantastic. It was just a cool concept. So, looking forward to that. But
It's not what I expected. Like, I thought it was going to be kind of one of those, like, because this is when I went in the blind. I just heard enough back and forth about whether or not it was any good. I think that was another one of my October watches of, you know what, let me see what I think of this.
Yeah.
Because I never heard anything definitive. It seemed like dead split.
Yeah. Okay. Just
But,
wanted to throw that out there.
But I almost thought it was going to be something like somebody who has a dash cam and just the things they encounter throughout night. And no, there's actually a story to it.
Sure. Okay. All right. What's Danny? You up next?
Hey, Danny.
Hey,
Are you my pal?
Danny.
Yeah, I know we're gonna get into this because this is probably one of the top featured ones out there this year, and was Nope, Jordan Peele.
Yeah, love Nope.
Absolutely.
I don't know how I still feel about Nope, to be honest with you. I'm kind of like, it's not as good as Get Out and Us. It was different. They tell the story in the beginning where this like murder scene had taken place on the set of a TV show, and this monkey's involved, and then they kind of take you back and forth with, what's going on. This kid's scared, that's underneath the table, and they're back and forth, and it jumps around a little bit to give you a background and idea of what's going on, but basically they're on this a horse farm that is kind of going under financially. Keith Davidson there for a brief minute, so shout out to our buddy from They Live.
They Live,
and he's got another movie coming out in 2023 he's going to be in, but Jordan Peele, like, I guess I was waiting for this twist to come because the way he did it with Get Out and Us, this kind of bringing down that avenue, and you kind of get to a point in the movie where you realize that it's, obviously there's an alien invasion type scenario going on, and they flash back to this, what happened. Is this the first fist bump scene that happened way back in the day with the monkey? And he's got a picture of Stephen Yen, who plays Ricky, the old childhood actor. And I don't know. Certain aspects of the movie were fun, and it was unique, and it kept you interested at some points, but then it was just kind of like, that's it. Like, I love the scene. There's a part in the scene where, the alien group, they suck up everybody from the, from the barn. They're out in the show, right? They're bringing everybody's attention, and everybody's watching it, the audience, and ends up sucking everybody up, and this this fun, horseback riding, and this old western, feel to it, and this festival they have going on out there, and they show the top of the house, and they're back at the house. The alien ship's running around, going around, and then it dumps down all the blood. It's like dark, pitch black night, and all the blood from everything getting sucked up.
All the shit it couldn't consume, right? So
the metal,
the
big horse statue.
Yeah.
I watched it in the theater, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's clearly my least favorite Jordan Peele movie. And then I rewatched it again, and it had some great scenes. When it shows what's going on in there and the blood rain, some of those scenes were excellent. But the movie as a whole, I felt like it was missing something. Just like you said. It might not necessarily needed a twist, but I just felt like it was missing something. Like Get Out and Us, to me, hit on all cylinders. This one, I don't know. I don't necessarily know what could have made it better. I just know it was okay.
I thought the cinematography was fantastic with this movie, right? I just think the movie looked great, and I think
it did,
right? And I took it for what it was. I mean, this was Jordan Peele's. This was his Close Encounters of the Third Kind, right? This was his kind of foray into sci-fi. And I think the twist, and again, spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen this, I think the twist for me was, this wasn't your typical UFO, right?
It was a fucking hot air balloon.
It was a hot, but it was actually.
Wait, you're saying it was a weather balloon?
It looked like it.
That's what it looked like
when it opened up, and
I'm like, is this going to transform into something? And then
it was like a predator. It was like where
Mega Me.
Yeah. Where it wasn't, like you're used to a UFO and the aliens are flying the UFO and they're inside. This was like the alien in the flesh, right? This was an alien that can consume you and vacuum you up, right? And so the ship was the predator, and I thought that was pretty cool. I love the concept of the dude from like the tech store and everything, and the setting up the cameras. And again, I really enjoyed it. I went into it, I didn't think it was, full-blown horror, but I went into it knowing enough about it that I watched it like I was watching like a Close Encounters of the Third Kind, right?
It had a lot of funny parts.
It did.
It kind of
the acting was great too. The acting was fantastic.
Oh, it was great.
She did an amazing
Did they have
job.
mashed potatoes?
And did they mold the mashed potatoes with their fork to look like a volcano?
This means something.
And did the aliens have no asses? They were stick figures.
So they were basic white girls.
Oh, jeez. Apologies.
Maybe from you.
Listen, I was hooked from the Super Bowl. I think that's when we saw the first trailer drop last year.
Yeah.
And every trailer leading up to it, I was like, okay, there's got to be the twist. There's got to be, and I was like, the whole thing with the shoe up.
I still don't understand the fucking shoe. We talked about it in the first episode.
I thought I knew what it was, and then I looked it up, and like 3 different people said 3 different things. So
it's probably whatever you want it to be, right?
And no one asked Jordan Peele. He did so many fucking interviews about it. Did anybody ask, say, what's with the shoe? Why is the shoe?
I was thinking. So at the end, I was like, oh, what's the twist? Is this monkey like controlling this alien spaceship or something? Like
what was the monkey's name again? It's bothering me.
Caesar? Oh wait, wrong movie.
What was the monkey's name? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
I'm gonna look it up now.
Oh, damn.
Gordy the monkey.
Gordy. Okay, Gordy. Yeah,
so he was Canadian.
Hey.
Gordy.
So to me, I just I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and rewatch it again and get a different feel for it. But at this point, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I was expecting a little bit more in a different twist to kind of get you like because he always gets you on some of those twists, and it was just like, okay, I get it. This is the way it was like like M. Night Shyamalan back in the day, like some of that stuff,
Yeah.
right? You know, kind of guy. Okay, I like that twist. That's different. It's unique. I don't either. I could hate it or like it, but you give me something as a twist. I already knew with 45 minutes left in the movie what the fuck was going on. That it wasn't going to change my feeling at the end. That's my issue with it.
It was all about getting the Oprah shot. The rest of the movie was just trying to get the Oprah shot, right? And but listen, I thought it was. I thought it was a very good movie. It's on my list for the tops for me. Again, you know, for all the, you know, for Hollywood out there, right? This is how you fucking do a trailer too. Don't give away your shit in your trailers. Make people anticipate and wait for it. Hello, smile.
You're saying it ain't that deep. Just keep it simple.
Keep it simple, man. Don't show it. Joe hit on it before. I hate when fucking movies, and they all do it now, because they gotta lure everyone in there, so they're gonna show the entire. You know what? Film another fucking movie with scenes that are not even gonna be in there, right? And then let's go that route if you're gonna throw everything in a fucking trailer.
When it came close to the release of Nope, they started showing more and more, and I avoided the trailer at that point because I'm like, nah, I want to go in. I know enough. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I'm going to see this movie regardless.
JC.
Yeah. So, all right.
What up with you?
So I'm going to give you another one here. And I don't think you guys have seen this. So I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, because I really want you guys to check this out. A little movie called Incantation on Netflix. Found footage, and it's real. Oh, David's checking. Did you have that movie there? Did you?
I'm trying to remember.
So
I know I went to see it. I don't know if I actually did.
Well, I think it was direct to Netflix. I don't think it was in the movies, and it was really a, you know, again, just a quick synopsis about it, and I don't want to dive into, because I really enjoyed it, and it was almost, it allowed the audience to play along with it. It was almost like you were watching a cursed movie, and towards the end, it wanted to kind of almost demonstrate that, you know, oh shit, now you're in fucking trouble, right? So. And it was really about these three individuals. They were YouTubers. They had a show called Ghostbusters, right? And they just went to all different locations, paranormal and everything. And this one dude's family, they go there, and they were into this ritualistic. You know, they all honored this, what they called Mother Buddha, right? And
this was the Japanese village.
This was yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I did. I could have sworn I saw it, but I'm drawing a blank. Yeah.
And you know, something happens, and they break the ritual, and they do something that they shouldn't, and now they're cursed.
Like bring her.
and now they're cursed, and the girl was pregnant, so her daughter is now cursed, and the rest of the movie is, you know, she's paying for the mistakes that she did. And it just slowly deteriorates, and it's supernatural elements, and it's a very cool concept because it does have a twist, and I'm not going to give that away, but it's almost like, you know, it requires audience participation. You feel like, you know, you're watching this, and like it's like, holy shit, I'm thinking one thing, and now it's this, and I really liked it. It's streaming on Netflix. For anybody that hasn't seen it, go watch it. I hope I didn't give too much away, but I really enjoyed it, and it's found footage, and I absolutely love found footage. So for me, that was...
I can't say I didn't like it, but about halfway through the movie, I switched it to 1.5 speed. And it still felt like...
It was a long movie. It was like an hour and 50 minutes, so it probably could have been trimmed down 30 minutes.
Yeah, either that or, they should have just sped up the film stock and all.
It did get
I think that had a negative effect on me. Because, like I said, it was literally about the halfway point. It just... And, I tried, like, 125 speed. And, like, it still felt like nothing was happening. I put up the 1.5 speed, and... it was more tolerable. Yeah. So I don't know necessarily what I would cut out of it either.
Yeah.
Because it did seem like a lot of that was necessary to really build it up.
It was.
But it's still, I wasn't feeling it.
It had some creepy scenes in it. It had some jump scares, but
Some visions.
Some visions. it was dread. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was original, and I always like something that kind of is not what you've seen before. But that's a movie that you guys should definitely check out. I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say about it.
Maybe we'll put that on our watch list. Cause
that could be on the watch list.
I think I might need a second one.
So maybe the next time we get together, that's what we do. We throw it on and we check it out. I enjoyed it. It was different.
Joe T, what we
All
got?
right, so one of my favorite franchises of all time, obviously, put out its 5th installment early in 2022, and it was Scream 5. The directors of Ready or Not from a couple years ago took the helm, and Kevin Williamson, I believe, wrote the movie as well. And it had some good points. I felt like it was better than Scream 3 and Scream 4, which kind of missed in different senses. They utilized new technology, like Jenny Ortega in the opening scene, with the cell phone, with
Unlocking
the security on the phone.
Yeah, that was cool.
And even later on in the movie, when the one brother has his location onto his phone, and Ghostface is looking for him, and they actually finally had the balls to kill Dewey after all these years. I mean,
spoiler! Oh, come on!
The movie, it's almost 2023.
Listen,
now.
we
We're
warned
about
everyone.
to have Scream 6, and surprisingly, David Arquette's not in the trailer.
We all saw Scream, right? So we're not, and we warned everyone there's going to be spoilers.
But hey, you never know. He might still be alive because they killed him many times.
That was a pretty cool.
Back.
That was a pretty cool scene.
He was.
They gutted him. They gutted him right up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a little bit terrifying, now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But come on.
Let me hang him upside
you
down.
can't completely base it off the trailer either because, Nev Campbell wasn't in it, but Sidney's still alive.
Yeah, that's true. And I have a theory on who might have killed David Arquette, but we'll save that for another time because Scream 6 comes out early next year. My favorite scene, though, of Scream 5 was actually when Judy Hicks was killed, because they set it up to where her son's home alone and Ghostface is calling. He's in the house. She's worried, so she just U-turns, starts coming home, and right as she gets to the steps, Ghostface comes out and kills her. And even though
in daylight too,
in daylight, she was only in Scream 4 and Scream 5, but that kill hit in a way like most of the time it's they killed this side character. I don't know. I just thought that kill was done perfectly, and
poor Wendy Peppercorn.
Yeah.
So is that who? I actually thought that was the girl from Us. The friend from Us, and she played the Invisible Man. For some reason, Elizabeth Moss. She looked like Elizabeth.
It's the girl from the
She
Sandlot.
looked like her, though. Right? That's the girl from Sandlot?
Yes.
A lifeguard.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it again.
But
I was a big fan of Wendy's.
I wasn't a big fan of the killers, and the whole CGI bringing back Billy Loomis was okay. I liked that they incorporated him into the movie still.
Oh boy, did he!
But to me, I don't know. It was more like fan service, I guess.
I did like though the whole motivation of it, because it's very topical anymore. So the whole idea of toxic fandom and all.
Yeah.
It was just
I
that's
think,
pretty much where the world is. So.
And it basically pulled in the original twist. At the end, they had two of them.
Yeah.
One just could do it alone, and
It felt like I was watching. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It did feel like I was watching, part one again, right? It was very similar.
Yeah.
It just, but I like that they brought back everyone again from the first one, and it's almost kind of a reunion of sorts. But it was good.
just
no
Henry Winkler.
No Henry. Yeah, well,
Wait, I'm trying to remember if it was
sharks.
If it was 4 or 5. I think it was 5 though. When they were talking about Stab 8, did anybody catch that reference?
Yeah, with
when they were saying like, "Oh, Stab 8 was like the worst
Oh
thing
yeah,
ever,"
because
Yeah.
they.
and it was like, "Oh yeah, but you know, it was made by the guy who did Knives Out." Now I don't know if it was intentional. It seems too coincidental to not been an actual shot. Can you think of all right the guy?
it was
the guy.
Ryan Johnson, right?
The guy who did Knives Out. Can you think of another Part 8 that a lot of people hated?
Star Wars.
So I'm wondering if that was a clever way of taking a shot of Last Jedi. Because it seemed odd that they specifically point out like 8 was garbage, and you know the Knives Out guy did it. And
That's definitely taking a shot. So
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, the one last thing I'll say about it, like, to me, with Scream as a whole, the franchise, they never necessarily put out a terrible movie. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Scream 3, but even as it not being great, it's still a decent horror movie. Like, they
it's
seem
the
to
worst
always...
Scream movie.
Yeah.
You said Scream was your tops, right? I mean,
Scream,
that's for
the
you is the
original,
number
the OG,
one. Yeah,
is my all-time
Yeah, so-
favorite horror movie.
good choice, Joe.
Dave.
Do we want to still go with 2022, or
Well, there's one more I do
transition?
want to mention before we move into 2023,
Okay.
and that was Black Phone.
Oh yeah. Shit.
It was
I
solid.
haven't heard enough
I
to
forgot
know
about
if
that
I
one.
want to
and
see
I
that or
didn't-
not.
Oh,
So
I
you've
thought
never
it was
seen
great.
When I first saw the poster and like, oh, Ethan Hawke's in it, I was excited, but as soon as it came out, I never heard anything strong one way or the other, so it kind
Yeah,
of just
to
went
me-
off the radar.
To me, it's not going to be like a rewatchable horror movie, but it was solid. I thought he gave a great performance. I loved the mask.
Sinister vibe in that one too,
Yeah,
right?
Oh yeah,
Because it was Scott Derrickson who
Yeah, it had a
Every
very
time
dark
every
feel
time
to
you
it.
saw Ethan Hawke and he's got this kid, trapped. He had a different. His mask was put on a different way. Had a different look.
Yeah.
and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good movie. It was a good
See,
story.
this is the
too.
most feedback I heard about it.
It was a
so.
good story too. I enjoyed that one.
And it's got a little bit of a twist at the, how yes, it's very far fetched, but it's different. It has an old, that old '70s vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Early '80s. It's got that vibe of back then, and crazy sick people out there.
And it was a smart horror movie too, right? They didn't make mistakes, right? These kids that were, the sister and all that, they were making clear decisions.
You're
right?
not yelling at the screen.
Yeah, it's not like, what the fuck you doing? You're going to hide in the cemetery, right? It was.
It's definitely a watch, Dave. If you haven't
was
seen
good,
it,
yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this is the most feedback I heard about it.
I
so
mean, Ethan Hawke is a villain, right? Go see it for that alone, right? Because
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke, he doesn't
He
play
did a
the
great
villain well.
job.
He did a great job of just, acting behind the mask too, which
was he a better villain than in Moon Knight? Too
Moon
soon.
Knight?
No, he was pretty solid in Moon Knight also.
Moon Knight.
Marvel.
Oh, no. Don't get Danny started on Marvel.
Poe Dameron's Marvel series.
He's
But,
half English, half American.
Okay. Yeah,
Half
no,
English,
that's a good
half
one.
nerd.
I completely forgot about the Black Phone too.
But as a whole, I enjoyed most of 2022's horror movies. There were some big clunkers, obviously, but
I got on my list here. Uma was bad.
Yeah, terrible.
Sandra Oh. I guess I saw there was some high expectations. It was high on a lot of people's lists, and I was like, I watched it, and I was like, are you fucking
Yeah, I
kidding
heard
me?
it was bad. I didn't even.
I mean, it was
go for
bad. Firestarter, the remake, the Stephen
Awful.
King remake.
absolutely.
Zac Efron, stay the fuck out of horror films, please. Like, it's just
Stick with Baywatch and then.
I
wither
was
away.
so disappointed. I fell asleep. Like, I missed a couple parts, and when I saw it end, I was like, okay, can I go to bed now? Like, it was bad, and it was for free. I think it was on Prime or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god, that was terrible.
TCM 22.
Joe, I was talking to Joe. I think he brought up Pray for the Devil.
Yeah, it was boring
See,
to me.
I need
Was that
to.
the Exorcism?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm such a
Right.
big fan of Exorcism movies. I feel I need to watch that, but
Yeah, I'd
now
like your opinion on it, but to me, it kind
But
of.
I heard horrible
Yeah, it
things
just
about
lost
it,
my
and you
interest
yeah.
early, and that couldn't really pull me back in.
How about Texas Chainsaw Massacre 22?
So a lot of people shit on it.
2022.
I'm okay with it.
This is supposed to be the direct to the 74, right?
yes.
Yes.
That
yes,
bus
yes.
scene made
bus
that
scene-
movie
Oh, the bus scene was
watchable.
great, but don't bring back the girl from the original. I mean,
Oh,
she
yes.
passed, so it wasn't the same person, but that was a little too fucking far-fetched. I mean, she's gutted. She's still alive. I don't know how.
And she gets one last shot in.
And she
you
gets
know?
one last shot, but I enjoyed it. I mean, it was a play.
It wasn't terrible, but it was very far fetched, and it was a little too much. And I know a lot of people poo-pooed on it.
The bus scene.
The bus scene was great.
Was great.
The massacre on the bus was great, and at the end where the smart car goes off.
Yes.
I mean, it kind of lucks out because we went into that with pretty low expectations, so it couldn't really disappoint us.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the other ones this year, you know, we went in with high expectations.
Yeah.
So
Other clunkers, it looks like for 2022, The Invitation, the Hellraiser remake. I did not see that one. I'm a huge Hellraiser, but I did not see.
yeah,
the
The
Hulu
Invitation
release.
gave like the whole movie away in the trailer. So
Right.
just go on
There we
YouTube,
go
put on the
again.
trailer, and that's it. You watched it.
Yeah, see, Hellraiser I did like. Yeah, there's that.
Well, it's a female pinhead this time around, right?
Yeah.
Orphan First Kill. I haven't seen that, but I did hear. You know,
Surprisingly,
some people,
it was pretty good,
It was
yeah.
good. Yeah. So that was one I want to go back and actually watch. I did not see. Men. You know, I think that one came up as like a what the fuck movie.
Fuck that movie.
Yeah.
Get my money back. And I, you know, I didn't see it. I know it's this time of year, and I missed out on seeing it. The Mean One. Dave, what can you, I just
I
want
am
to
in the minority on this one. I am hard in the minority on this one.
So David Howard Thornton is the, you know,
The mean
the
one.
mean one. I'm doing air quotes right now.
Mr. Grinch.
That's what they call him, the mean one.
The mean one because he's not the Grinch. It's Whoville is Newville.
Cindy, you know who?
Cindy, you know who. So Dave, I just just for that alone, I was amped to go see it, and other things came up, and I couldn't go see it in the theaters, and I want to catch it as soon as I can. So I'm going to get your synopsis on it.
Funny enough, Tuesday night we were recording, and yeah, we kind of had one thing in mind, and it ended up into like an hour-long review of it, and boy, was I put on blast. I understand everybody's criticism of it. I thought the flaws in the movie were what made it charming. I mean, I've heard a bunch of people trash the CG blood in it. I don't even think it was CG. I think it was like somebody hand drew it with a crayon. Like, I know it was super low budget, but my first impression of that was that it was intentionally cartoony looking. So, like, that was a major thing. Yeah, I think the way I explained it was I'm torn between if the cinematography was too shaky or if it was that it was so aggressively edited. Like, the Mean One, you only see him in the movie for like 5 minutes. It's so many fast cuts of like, come in, kill, get out. Like, almost that fast. There is an eye scene in it. But yeah, it was not a quality movie, but I thought it was really enjoyable. And I love how, because they made it under the guise of this is a parody of The Grinch, so they could avoid any copyright issues. But the Easter eggs they threw in there, well, I guess they were Easter eggs, but the little shots they took, like you see, you know, you got the local drunk who's explaining like who this guy is to the main character. And he's just like, who is he? And, well, he goes by many names, but his actual name, and now again, they're sitting at a bar, and he's like, his real name is Grr. And then the bartender's like, Finch! We got an order for Finch here! You know, like the Austin Powers gag.
reference, yeah.
Like that. And they did that, like, I think it was like twice in there. But I thought it was so cliche, it was so cheesy, but I thought it was cute. There's a scene, I don't think there was any context to it whatsoever, but they zoom in on a fishbowl and it had a red fish and a blue fish in it. There's a scene at Horton Diner.
Wow. So to me, that's unique. To me, it's
cool.
like
Yeah.
I would respect it for the gags that they're putting in there.
But everybody, so far, I've heard one review online
where someone enjoyed it. It sounds like everybody hates it. The other thing I liked was, again, the local drunk. I forget what his first name was, but his last name was Zeus. Not Jesus, but Zeus. And they were like, oh, well, Mr. Zeus. And he's like, well, actually, I'm a doctor. So, like, the rest of the movie, it's Dr. Zeus.
Oh, jeez.
And like I said, it was just little things like that where a lot of people have been rolling their eyes at it. I thought, like I said, it was cute. I definitely got an art vibe from the character. Just when you do actually see him for more than a split second, and you see him killing, but they don't. There's no guts in it. Like I said, you get a few blood splatters and ridiculous looking blood splatters, but like there's one scene where he's just really pummeling the hell out of someone, and it's just focusing on him, like with that art like joy in just pummeling someone to death. And there's even a scene in there where, and I thought he would have had some lines in this, but no, he's totally playing it mime again. But there's a scene in there, like just through his expressions, it's like, oh my god, I feel for him. Like you feel bad for him for a moment. And I just thought the ending was kind of clever. You know, they kind of kept with the lore, but they gave it a horror ending. You gotta love a movie that has, you know, the protagonist montage. Well, there's the big coming around and all, but yes. I'm not gonna. I think everybody should check it out.
I'm excited. It's Christmas season.
But
we're getting into the New Year,
I thought
so.
it was fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, I understand everyone's critique, and I don't disagree with it. But I can't see how someone could watch that and hate it. And it was only an hour and a half, so it's not like, you know, they drug it on forever and ever. It was just, it got in, did its thing. There is a decent amount of story to it. Nothing overly original. Oh, and the other, I guess, source material element they threw in there was they did have a rhyming narrator throughout it. So every time they cut to a new section of the movie, they would take like the Grinch narration, but twist it into more of a horror thing. Like I said, all those little things I thought made it fun. So
Well, coming out to finish out the 2022, I think the number one worst, on everybody's list I saw was Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I think it got one of the worst ratings.
I didn't touch it.
Yeah,
I didn't touch it. I'm just saying that was on the list.
Apparently
We all made a good choice.
Yeah.
But we all made a good choice not to, leave Jeepers Creepers alone.
Yeah,
the original
the first
for me,
one was great.
it was
Second
great.
one was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was
but
good.
just
but,
stop.
Yeah.
Please don't
Done
ruin
with that
it.
franchise.
Real quick, some notable 2022 TV shows or streaming shows. Midnight Club on Netflix.
Very good.
It was canceled too.
Yeah, no, unfortunately,
So,
but I enjoyed it.
It was okay. For me, it was okay. I know they got the Haunting of Hill House, Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
And sometimes
I'm a fan of Mike Flanagan.
Mike
like his
Flanagan,
work.
here's my only issue is that sometimes he just drags the shit out of a fucking story, and I get to the fucking point, dude. Like, I get you want to tell a story and you want to tell it, but certain points at Midnight Mass I enjoyed, and Midnight Club, and then I'm like, dude, you fucking drug this out for no fucking reason. And
he's a slow burn guy.
He's a slow burn. It's not bad, but they canceled it.
So wait, a guy who's typically a slow burn, he's doing a series, and you're surprised that it's being drug out?
I got to keep interest if you want to drag it on to a second season, though. But I got it, and I understand what's going on. Stranger Things, obviously, their fourth season, they had in two different parts.
Was that this year?
It was this year. Right around
feels so long ago.
Memorial Day and 4th of July. And I thought the second part was awesome. It was more of a feature film. Had a lot of interest. The first part of it, not so much. But
most episodes were movies.
We were introduced to Vectra. The one.
Yeah,
Vecna,
it was
sorry.
much darker. Much darker. Probably the darkest season. They're going to do one more season.
And they're going to do
right?
one more season.
Yeah.
From Epix. I don't know if anybody has seen From.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's really good. I've really enjoyed this show on Epix. It's about they go into a town. This family, they're just driving through, and they get stuck into a town. They're in a loop, and when it hits night, they gotta hit the deck. They gotta run for cover. They gotta be inside a house. They got crosses and stuff everywhere. They kind of I forget what the emblem they use.
Hopefully, it gets another season because they left a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so I think that's coming. That's one of the things on pending for 2023 is that they're dropping season 2 of From, but really good. Archive 81, I know on Netflix. I watched some of it. I didn't get to watch all of it. Resident Evil is also on Netflix, which was terrible. I couldn't get through all of that, and I'm a big Resident Evil fan, but for me that didn't work out. Interview with a Vampire on AMC Plus. I haven't watched it yet. I heard it got a lot of great reviews, so that's something I'm going to watch. All of Us Are Dead on Netflix. I don't know if anybody's seen that one. So it's a Korean high school that zombie attack happens, and they got to protect themselves. So they just had their first season. I think it dropped right in the beginning of January of this past year. And then Chucky season 2 also premiered on USA, which to me, it's not as good. Right, it's not as good. I think Joe and I talked about this. It's not as good as the first, but for me, it's entertaining. I'm a big fan of Chucky, and it's unedited. They bring everybody back, so if you like all the Chucky series and all the nostalgia that comes with it,
And he's from Jersey.
from Jersey,
Absolutely.
fucking Jersey. So 2022, there's some good streaming shows out there, but 2023 now, right?
Yeah.
So there's some things that we're looking forward to, yeah.
So 2023, what do we want to see?
In this house.
Skinamarink.
Fuck you, man.
Are we live?
I don't know anymore. So yeah, John just played us a trailer for Skinamarink, and we're all going to be, breaking down the fourth wall here.
Yeah.
We're all going to be curled up in the same bed tonight with floodlights on because
It's creepy as hell.
that was unnerving.
It's creepy as, and nothing's real. They're not showing you anything. It's just different camera angles and the guy in the trailer saying in this house. But I'm definitely looking forward to that one. I think it's going to drop on Shudder.
If it lives up to the hype, we should definitely do a review of that one.
Yeah,
If it lives up to that trailer,
that trailer is creepy. That
I
has
will
to be
be
one of
having
the
a heart attack.
scariest trailers.
I saw that, and I think I need to clean myself.
I think I shat myself.
And that's a clear example of less is more.
Absolutely.
Right? You don't need to to go crazy with just some voices, grainy, dark areas of a house, right? That's all you need, man. So Skinamarink for me is something I'm definitely looking forward to.
And that's going to be like the catch with it, as long as they keep that going
Yeah.
for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like if
They
that's
didn't
just
ruin a jump scare. They didn't just keep it.
Yeah.
So January 6th of this year, we drops the first horror movie in theaters, Megan. I guess I'm not a fan of Small Wonder coming to theaters.
Is that
I'm
James
just-
Wan too?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but
I think didn't Winnell have a hand in writing it too?
It's possible.
what pulls you in, Joe, on this?
James Wan, honestly. Malignant was another one that I went in with low expectations, and it was solid.
Great movie.
And the trailer to Megan with her dancing just gives me vibes of Malignant when she's in the jail cell. And I'm going to watch it. Whether it ends up sucking or not, to me, it's got me hooked. Looks pretty good. And I've always loved the Child's Play franchise. And even if it's a blatant female ripoff of Child's Play, I'm still going to love it.
You know what? That's part of what I like about it, though. That's one thing I've been complaining about for years. Not to be like, oh, I always got to recast these old movies and change all the all these things up about it and all that. But it's not like this movie. All right, Ghostbusters. Let's just try to recreate that lightning in a bottle, but we're going to put all women in it. Why don't you just make a rip-off Ghostbusters movie starring all women? Why do you have... all right, I understand. There's money in the name recognition, the franchise of it all, and all that stuff. So that's one of the things I liked about it, that, okay, yeah, they're ripping off Child's Play, but they're not gender-bending Chucky. It's not all of a sudden like, oh, here's Charlene, Lee Ray going around killing. It's like, no, okay. They're roughly ripping off the idea, but this looks like a great movie. And the part of it that scares me the most is I'm afraid of how excited I am. Like, I'm setting myself up for disappointment.
Yeah, I hope I don't get another smile.
Yeah, and even what was it, like a year ago, they were like putting out just pictures of the face.
Yeah.
Just that alone, not knowing anything else about it. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I want to see it.
Who's ready for another Evil Dead movie?
Of course.
Evil Dead Rise.
Oh man, taking it out of the cabin and into the city, into the apartment, almost like Demons 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, hopefully.
Demons 2 was. But I'm jacked for Evil Dead Rise. I'm hearing a lot of buzz that it's going to be super gory. It's going to be really good. So
Right, yeah, it's due out April 21st of 2023.
Yeah, and I like the concept too of the almost like the worst family nightmare, right? So it's I guess it's a family that gets together and all hell breaks loose in an apartment building. So.
But M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin with Dave Bautista in it.
Looks pretty good.
February 15th.
Is that like 13th. An apocalyptic type?
Something.
Very Batista-y.
I saw the trailer, and I was like, okay, it's got some potential.
Oh, wait, who was the other one in that? Wasn't there, where the hell did I put my... Oh.
We also got another Insidious movie coming out this year, right? Fear of the Dark. I think Patrick Wilson, who starred in Insidious, is going to direct this time.
Yes, I did hear that he was directing.
So, I'm always... Insidious, the first one was fantastic.
I was thinking there was like a girl or a woman in there, but no, I forgot. It was Ron Weasley.
Oh, yes, I saw it. I see you. Rupert Grint.
Yep. Right. Sorry about that.
And how can you not like a killer Winnie the Pooh?
Blood and Honey.
I mean, we'll find out how we cannot like it. See, now that's one I'm excited to see, but I know it's going to suck.
Probably.
So.
It comes out Valentine's Day weekend.
Of course.
Basically.
Okay.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Oh. Christopher Robin is fucked.
Yeah. But luckily, he's not in a Terrifier movie.
We also got Scream 6 is going to be coming out in March 10th. It looks like as of right now.
Saw 10. Sorry, Saw X.
Saw X, which is we were just talking about the prequel.
Yeah, supposedly it's a prequel.
Is it? I just heard that it was coming out.
They're going to have to use CGI to, I guess, make Tobin Bell way younger. It's the only thing
I guess now that they're getting better with the de-aging. With each movie, they get a little bit better.
The Nun 2 is coming out
First
September 8th.
one was alright.
So,
looking forward to that.
I like that
bad.
universe, but the first Nun movie was alright.
I'm looking forward to the new Salem's Lot.
Yeah.
I don't think it has a date yet.
Late year.
Yeah, it might be late year, but Toby Hooper, right? I fucking love Salem's Lot. So I hope they do it justice.
They're always going to drop 3-4 horror movies every October. So
Well, they're gonna drop the first of the Exorcist trilogy, and I'm fucking shaking in my boots.
October.
I don't trust.
Friday the
Yeah, fucking
13th.
duo.
It comes out.
That's when it's.
That's when it releases. Friday the
of
13th.
course.
Okay.
October the 13th.
I just they better not fuck it up. They will, and I'm gonna prepare myself for it because we just all talked about Halloween Ends. But don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up because even the series, the one on Fox, the first season of The Exorcist, was in my book, was great.
I was going to say, I heard it was really good.
It was really good. It was well done. It connected to that world, from the original. I thought it was really well done. But I'm really nervous about that. But we're going to give it a shot.
Let's say some other movies. Fear comes out at the end of January.
With Marky Mark?
No, not Marky. This one involves a contagious airborne threat.
Oh.
So,
Oh,
another
jeez.
one of those movies.
COVID Part 2.
I don't have to see it, Dottie. I lived it.
Yeah.
What a Pee-wee. Was that a fucking Pee-wee reference? Jesus Christ.
How many Dotties do you know?
Just tell him Large Marge sent you.
You gotta admit, that was one of the best jump scares in a not horror movie.
Yeah.
Shelby Oaks is tentative for July, starting Keith David's in it. But it also is about a imaginary friend that might not be so imaginary.
Oh, interesting.
So, and then Mia Goth is also coming out in Infinity Pool at the end of January as well. So, you know that Mia Goth.
She's must see now.
She's
Oh,
must
yeah,
see.
she is.
Axe and Pearl.
And then there's Skinamarink.
Yes.
Yeah. So when is this?
I think it's going. I heard January, but it's going to drop on Shudder.
So it's a good thing I still have my Shudder account.
So this might be one that. This could be another one that we all dive in together.
Yeah, we might have to do this one.
Right?
We might have to do a watch along.
Yeah, yeah. We can do that, right? We can figure that out. I think.
Yeah,
I'm saying like we can.
just as long as
I
we
know
can
what the
hold
fuck I'm
hands.
doing, right?
and I could have my
the
whoopee.
worst technology guy in the fucking world right here.
Don't be a pussy.
Come upstairs.
Seriously, I can't tell you the last time a trailer has unnerved me.
I'm gonna
that
play
much.
it again before we depart.
I don't know if
Nah,
I want
that's
to watch that. I'd like to go to sleep.
I need to watch it again.
Joe needs to be at work
David,
at 6
David
a.m.
didn't even see the entire trailer though. He came in late. You gotta.
No, but I heard the first half of it. And
No, you gotta watch.
You
You
gotta
gotta
watch
watch
it.
it.
No,
gotta
I
watch
don't.
We also got some 2023 shows, streaming shows. Also, it's in the works. Looks like for 2023. Welcome to Derry, on HBO Max.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about. Crystal Lake coming out in Peacock.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that. A huge Jason fan.
We might get another Jason movie. Might get another Friday the 13th this year.
And I heard that they're putting
teasing
forth
it.
some effort to possibly this year too.
We got all the lawyer shit out of the way and all that bullshit, and they're teasing another movie.
And I
Cool.
thought I heard that, which is kind of funny after all this shit, but that they're both actually going to be involved with it. Cunningham and Miller
and Miller, yeah,
are both going to have a hand in the movie.
good.
It's like they're fighting for all this shit. Is that what it is? They're gonna combine efforts to do this movie so they can put the whole franchise on.
It's been what? How many years? 13, 14 years since we had a.
I'm gonna
I
say,
think 2009 was the
Yeah.
remake. So
Yeah.
we're ready, man. We're salivating for another Jason movie.
There's been a couple good fan fiction
Yeah.
things that have come out of it. There was actually one. It was actually like a sequel to Seven, and they actually brought in Tina and Bernie, the doctor.
I'm a fan of 7. I like 7.
In
Not the
this
movie,
house.
Part 7.
Part 7.
In this house.
Oh, stop, John. From season 2, it looks like it's going to be coming out on Ep3. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It's pretty decent. Last of Us, HBO Max is premiering. So if you're not familiar with the video game itself, that's horror pandemic, in the
What was
world.
that? Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus for the rest of us. Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches on AMC Plus, Wolfpack on Paramount Plus, similar to the whole Teen Wolf genre. The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix, and then Chucky. Hopefully, we get Chucky season 3 for 2023. I know there's some more going to be coming out, but I hope they do well with that whole Crystal Lake. I'm
Give it a shot.
I hope it comes out soon. I look forward to that. I'm a huge Jason fan. I love Jason.
Yeah, we need some more Jason in our
Yeah.
lives.
It sounds
You
like,
wear them on your arm.
from what little I've heard, it does sound like it's going to be very like Pamela centric, but it sounds like they're going to have a fair dose at some point at least of Jason. So I don't know if they're going to do it with like flashbacks or if they're just going to have like child Jason in there. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what they do with that. Oh, and I guess on the movie front, there's also Final Destination 6.
I'm
It's
excited for
supposed
that.
to be out this year.
I'm always excited
Yeah.
for Final Destination
New inventive
movies.
ways to kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They always do
they're
a
not
good job.
great movies, but they're always fun to
Yeah,
watch.
they're
The
fun.
kills, it's like Saw. Like,
Yeah,
you watch all the
you-
Saws, and it's like, oh, what's this new kill?
You're there
Okay,
for the
all right, this is
inventive
Yeah,
different.
how creative
Yeah.
are they going to get with
Exactly.
it? Even as much as I shouldn't say I hated 4, but as awful as 4 was, there is still some enjoyment to be had of it.
I thought the final destination.
Yeah, that one. That was dog
It
shit.
was alright.
No.
But it was definitely the worst one.
But I would rewatch it. Actually, I think I've already seen it like 3 times, but...
Didn't you do a review of all that whole series before, Dave?
Oh, yeah, that too. That was one of the watches, so yeah, I guess that was... I was forced to.
You were forced.
But like I said, it's enjoyable, but it's still bad. Whereas the rest of them, I think, are more forgivable.
Anything else for 2023?
Yeah,
We're
I
looking
think
forward
we,
to?
I think we covered most of it. Again, it looks like it's going to be another solid year.
Absolutely.
I vow my New Year's resolution is to watch more horror.
Yes.
And not just horror that I've seen before and go back to the old favorites. You know,
You
dive
could always
into
throw
some new
those in,
horror.
though.
Yeah, I know. It's just...
Tubi's got a lot to
gotta
offer,
find
too.
time. Tubi's great with horror, man. Tubi is just like a smorgasbord of horror.
I put it on random. Pick me something.
Yeah.
And takes me down a
Where's
road.
that? I never noticed. I never knew there was a random...
Yeah, you put one thing on and just randomly pick something else afterwards. It just keeps on going.
Oh, so it's like a manual random...
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah, like I said earlier, I was I think I was on Facebook and I saw somebody post something about this movie, Silent Night, Zombie Night. And I was like, what the fuck? So I went and
Jeez.
looked, and it has Felissa Rose in it. So
There you go.
I don't know why I'm just so obsessed with like anything she's in, and she's in a lot of cheesy shit too. But so I went through that on, and then afterwards, I know Tubi has a lot of stuff you don't normally hear of. So I just punched her name in the search, and it was like,
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of B shit. A lot of...
and I forget what it is, but there was one movie that popped up starring her and Mark Patton, and just that alone, I'm curious to see.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that wraps it up, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we got a bit of a late start on this episode, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like, yeah, that was cool.
So John, JC,
Yes.
what do we got coming up for our January kickoff for January episode?
Well, in this house, we have... we're going to watch that trailer again. I just get creeped out. January, we ring in the new year with Friday the 13th. Right off the bat, we get to celebrate. So honoring that there is a Friday the 13th in January, we are going to dive into Friday the 13th. Surprise.
I can't wait.
Yeah, love it.
Absolutely.
Love it. So
I got some favorite kills of all time.
yeah, we're gonna dive into all of that. But again, great episode, guys. Thanks to all of our listeners. Hopefully we're entertaining you guys as we get kickstarted here with our new podcast. But it's great to talk horror with these guys right here. So on that note, we will see everyone on the other side of the year.
Everyone have a safe and healthy new year.
And where will we see everyone? In this house. Happy New Year, everyone.
This house.